Greetings, greetings, and welcome to Cinnamon Night Kuros Entertainment. Yeah, getting all Shatner in there. Alright, let's get this going here now that I'm being silly. Thank you so much for all the support that I've seen from people for a while now. You guys have been actually amazing. I'm going to be recording this episode, and then depending on how much time before I stream today, I may have some more time that I'm going to get things set up for my 433 hour game. Which isn't even a great representation of the amount of hours. There's some complications behind that. My hours got reset during one of the updates to 0. But hey, here we are. The hall monitor. Need to take care of my needs. Don't have anything radioactive on me. I believe, we got to fix him. So this is gonna have to change where it's at. I kind of liked where it was at, but apparently that's not gonna work well, because that causes him to spawn right there. So I thought what I might do is, since I try to avoid using this thing anyway, putting it here, kind of encompassing closer to the center of the workbench. And it's a hardy thing. And maybe that will cause, when Marion spawns in, the trader I need to get my next suit of armor, which would be nice to have. Boom. You go to there. And then, is there already a power strip in here? No, there isn't. That's right. So I'm going to have to get some tech scrap. Always the fun part. Alright, I can drop off some of my loot from the adventure as well. Boom, 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 boom. Got so excited that I was going to be able to trade with Marion. He's in the ceiling. Yeah, I have alarms going off on my phone. We'll turn those off real quick. And boom, boom, boom. Hey, butthead. Gotta be careful about getting your recording in. Yeah, talent. Okay. Train of thought. What I'm just unloading, and I need to get the scarecrow plugged in. I'm looking for tech scrap and also putting away equipment. That's what I was doing. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, computation brick. I don't need that. At least I'm pretty sure. Captain's beret, whatever. Keeping the sigil of health on me. There's my tech scrap I'm gonna need. So instead of running that line, down to here where it was, that should go around the corner here. Yeah. And that goes down to here, which is powering that. We're gonna run this one. Dope. Have to be careful how I place that. Alright. Ta-da! New line ran. That way I don't just have creepy piles of stuff everywhere. Okay, my rice. Ooh, I forgot to fridge this. Ho ho ho. That's gonna make life interesting. Now, I can always grow more. I am, in fact, growing more as we speak. Yeah, it's harvestable. Alright. Eat some chips. Nom nom nom. Let's drink some soup. And then just drink some water. Charge up some equipment. And we can take a nap. And continue forward. So, we have successfully made the main hall safe to run around in. Yeah, my headlamp is very, very dry. So we're going to get all these and we're going to put it down when we go to sleep. You know, plan. So I don't have to wait forever, but I want to get everything else going. Boom, and then let's sleep. We may hear it go off in the middle of a sleep cycle. Might not. Who knows? Jump over the pests. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, just before it finished. That was perfectamundo. Alright. Oh, lady under the base. There's Marion. You're through the wall, dude.
For what do you seek?
I seek trade, but I can't with you, sir. Knowingly. Put away the electronic scrap. Where's my actual tech scrap? Is here. Boom. We can put the hazard cart back down. Alright, but now we've done that. It's time to go deal with cave shenanigans and a surprise incursion. Alright, what time is it? It is around noon. We got plenty of time. Hi there, blacksmith. There's not a lot over in this section, but it's a nice crossroads you can use for various reasons. Oh, some loot that, oh, radio pack's important. Yeah, with where we put our bench, there's a good chance that I don't have any scrap shot ammo. Alright, buddy.
I may soon need the
Now I've got to poop.
facilities.
I forgot about doing that. Let's kill this guy. Take that. Because we've got a way to get to the synchrotron. You'll know what that is more later. We've got, of course, more vending machines, more junk, more meds. Meds are always good. And very little else, really. It's more of a, that base that they have right there is just, machine guns are annoying, and then you'll be running around, and you'll get shot up. And I don't like the fact that they have a fortress set up in here. What'd I miss? Oh, that, and under people. Oh, yeah, got it. Thule, as always. Do this Thule best. Alright. So, even though the guy radioed us that he's in there, he never comes out. And, if we ever get a key, another ornate chest. Alright. We want to go that I need scrap shot ammo and I need to poop. I did little oopsies there.
For what do you
Here he
seek?
is. All right, he respawned. All right, I want these and a couple of these. I'm pretty sure. Okay, trade with him. He can give me a porcelain key. I want that. And then I want some partial organs.
Travel well, my friend.
Alright. So what that will allow us to do is we already have some partial organs from fishing. And we can put them together to make organ. Alright. And we're doing a side quest now. Porcelain Key. We got that. We need to go a location where there is a chest. We know where several of them are, actually. Both involve coming back here, though. Coffee. This is always weird to me. With how I've set up this Nomad challenge, I'm used to using the scent. I forgot to poop. We'll be by a bathroom here shortly. Don't you worry. And I apparently opened a coffee when I had another coffee. Oop. Plus side of getting some sinking XP in. And you're dead. I don't care about your junk. Let's wash here. Get rid of all that blood splatter. And let's go use our old bathroom. Nothing says we can't do that. We're here. And this is the way I'm headed. Make sure there's nothing up here currently attacking the base. Got a pest. It dead. And I got a poo. Boop, 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 boop. And turlet. Because it's not placeable. If I had a toilet here that I didn't take with me, I would say that it's not a usable kind of thing. But again, I mean, it's a challenge. First off, I know they're not for everybody. And take that. I've got a crowbar. You are not a concern for me. So we're going to go to this one. Oop, did I go I went the wrong way. That's fine. I can go around. Things connect. It stands out more. And we got 2 organs and some more porcelain shards and the fog lantern. That effectively makes us kind of super powered when we're in the middle of the fog. Your stamina is greatly enhanced when immersed in fog and lures the cordfish, aka that's for fishing. Which I know is not everybody's cup of tea. Could have used that bathroom. And let's run by. You know what? I want to grab some coffee. So we might be able to make some explosives. But you need coffee mugs to do that. And I don't have coffee near my current base. Or my second base. So we're going to go into the original base. This massive area here. And this is a tool. It's not something we placed. So let's get some coffee. We now have a recipe for the Mugnade. I'm going to buy 4 of these. Sounds like something is attacking our stuff out here. Alright, you know what? I got totally distracted from getting armor. Alright. Yeah, Mugnades. Let's drink a cup of coffee. You drink a cup of coffee. First off, you get, you know, really got to poo afterwards. But helps you withstand the cold. It's great for nighttime. When I first played the game, I thought it was a great way to ward off the cold at night. Go back to base. Now there's stuff. We can actually start making that armor, I bet. I might not have enough to make a full set. We'll see shortly. I don't need to be in sneak mode, but running around so fast sometimes makes me paranoid. Yeah, our thirst is perfectly quenched. Our hunger is not. Probably gonna eat one of those rices. Ugh, I like that he shows up right smack dab in the middle of my base now. That is just fan-frickin-tastic. Although, looks like he may have warped a little. Yeah, he doesn't know where he wants to go. But yeah, right now he's a trader that stays useful. First, oh, I can get another porcelain key. Let's mother truck and get it. Alright, cool. Cool, buddy. We're gonna go get another one of those. Why not? Let's eat a big old drumstick here. I'm not sure what that noise was. That ting-tong. That fills me with a certain level of paranoia. We've got those. Oh, you need 3 nighttime spirits for the trade. And now we will have... Yeah, put you away. Options. I like options, alright. Let's put the coffee cup away. Boom. I don't need the backpack. You're kind of using my repair bench as a stepping stool. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, buddy. Where are the rest of the body parts for the... There they are. Cool. 4 organs. I really do think that's enough. I'll put the cacophonous crate in there. We're about to go get another one. Provided we should have enough time. Wow. Did not expect to get 2 of those. We're definitely going to have enough organs. More organs means more human, Dib. Headlamp! I love the headlamp. This game, for me, it's so dark. And I know some of you guys who play are going to have a much better time. I don't know if it's my laptop processor. It just got surprisingly quiet. That's weird. I did not expect there to be a direction that was calm noise. Well, there we go. Ba-ding. Alright. It's good that we dealt with Delta, because that area, even though it was actually decent the way we came in, surprised at how well we did. Oh yeah, this needs reloaded. And I still haven't done my scrap shot. That's on me. We will not be fighting any... any of the symphonists. Killing things in our way, that's fine. But we're not going to Flat Hill, not doing any of that stuff. The symphonists also do drop the that's right, get that shooting XP. That's really what the pistol's for. Just like the crossbow's a great way to really get some of that first reload XP you might need. The pistol's nice. Does damage. And we have another cacophonous crate, which I showed you guys the first time we came here. Put the key in, open it up, grab the stuff, and grab the crate. Hello, sir. You're good. Hey, everybody watching this video later. It's the house bear. I want to see in comments that you said hi to him. Or else.
Did you get the message from the house people?
My message from the house people. Oh, about the what day? Here, give me a second. Let me pause this. One moment, everybody. Well, it's been a couple minutes for me, and I understand that it's been less time than that for you, but had some weird information going on that needed to check out and deal with. But hey. So after the dry spell of the entire last recording, we did get our trader, we did get our stuff, we should be able to make all the armor. Which is an up and down process. The next armor is going to be better strength, and it's going to be lighter armor, so we're not going to be constantly under this heavy armor thing. But this one has the set bonus, where it makes it so that bullets bounce off of you randomly. It won't slowly be training our strength skill the way that this armor is. So it's a really trade-off. I like upgrading as I go along. So it's kind of my thing to do. Plus it has its own little thing. You move a little faster and you jump a little higher as its set bonus. Really depends on your playstyle. If you want to be more tanky and be able to wade into hundreds of gun-wielding people, then yeah, stay with the Forge armor. It's actually really good for that. Yes. But if you want to move around, sneak, and do the other things, as you guys have seen I kind of do at times, yeah, that's what it takes. Little bit of a jump there, as I forgot to unpause this before I went, because there's nothing but professionalism going on here. Right now, I'm going to put... We now have far more storage than we'll need. You know, I'm going to put this down here and put it in this room over here, just to get it out of the way. And, of course, where I put the lamp is in the way. Well, it's now going to be here. Now... There is a side benefit to these things. You can use them as storage, which I like to do. I think they're cool. They're creepy. Macabre. All nice, good fun. But they can also be used as little bait traps for enemies to attack. Like, for example, if I get attacked from this direction, if I have a cacophonous crate sitting right here, which they have a respectable amount of HP for an item, enemies, as they come around, will kind of focus on this before they focus on the stuff a little further away. That might be gaming the AI a little bit, but it works. Alright. Now, to the armor itself. The Maestro set. We have got one organ that we need, some porcelain shards, and a head. Boom. And then the Maestro Greaves and the other parts, all of them require your makeshift leggings, which I've repaired all the previous ones. And then, organ and porcelain. So we've got the Greaves, the Van Braces, gloves, and the armor itself, makeshift chest plate, organ, and that. So we've now made the new armor. Alright. So, get out of here. Yeah, the power's about to go out. So, we're about to look like Marion, basically, is the long and short of it. Because we're going to put on this stuff. And, boom. We now have a creepy look. But, you know what? It works. So its set bonus is you feel lighter than normal, and you bring a bit of the antiverse everywhere you go. AKA, you jump, the jump's a little higher, and you move ever so much faster. Like, we're at that medium encumbrance level, And we're still kind of zooming around. We are going to dump the forge armor. No, I should probably repair it before I put it away. In fact, I got some items that need repaired in here generally anyway, so let's repair them all. Alright. Nice feet, Marion. Alright. And they do get repaired with metal, which is actually easier than the makeshift armor that they're based off of. Yeah, let's repair. There was another thing in here. Oh, there it is. Forge greaves. Okay. So we are starting to increase our amount of trinkets. Hey, managed to get up to level 10. Well, good time to put everything away here. Put away the fog lanterns as well. We don't really need them. I don't plan on running around during the fog events. Now, unequipping the employee locator for the Sigil of Hearth, that's a whole different story. We're going to still run around with that occasionally just to see what's around. And convenient timing, the power is now out. There's Scarecrow Symphonist. That may be something that we don't bring with us to the next base. Alright, let's drink some Fizzbang. And get that bucket going. That's why I don't have my empty space. Plastic, oh, not plastic, the spear, which I don't have room for in here. Well, looks like it's time to get rid of those radio packs.
Unknown facility access detected.
There's a siege? I hear the radio cackle. I do not hear any gunshots. Oh. It's a rat dude. Spawned in. And he ran away. So those events still kind of randomly happen. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's what they do. You'll get the rat guys or one of those invisible critters that we faced previously. Yeah, they do their thing as well. Just randomly out of nowhere, they're like, nah, I'm gonna come bother you. And you're bothered. I was looking over because I expected to hear what you were giggling about.
Oh, dude who reads Reddits about D&D games.
Alright. Fill up my planters. Recharge you with water. And put you away. Now let's get a nap in. It's the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night of the game. Yeah, everybody, don't forget the house bear. He deserves additional love because he's special. Don't you forget it. Alright. So yeah, we have our slightly more athletic looking, well, creepy armor. Athletic making armor. Language is hard. Alright. Marion is still chilling there on the bench. You know, it's better than him being in the roof. You know what? I fully accept that. It was cooler when he was just standing right here. I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's just like right next to the darn thing. But no, he decided to move to be on top of my bench. Marion's weird. I'm pretty sure he also worships the fog creatures as gods, so he's got issues. Alright. Get rid of the backpack bits. Equip you. Don't need that many pills on me. We do have a lot of pills. In fact, I'll just in case, I'll randomly take one. get rid of that recycling thing there. And we'll pop that over there. And yeah, one should actually do me. And we still have metal. You know what? Just go in there, metal scrap. I still have that spear. Rawr. What did I move from here to do that? I don't remember. Oh, the packs. Ah. Alright. Get our soup ready. And let us journey forth. Oh, scrap shot ammo. I will take 20. Alright. Let's get you set. In case I gotta do any kind of like coming back and whatnot. And into the caves. Because now we need to go this way. To continue on the actual adventure. The enemies we killed before are probably going to have respawned because stuff and things. Yeah, we emit fog as we go. He's actually going a different way than they normally pass. Should make our lives interesting. Well, we're gonna come up here. Oh, really, game? Alright. You chill there. I'm gonna come murder you. He's dead. Alright. Let's go vent the radiation. It's always convenient when you're like, alright, I'm doing something. Oh, by the way, the game's gonna try to make your life more inconvenient. It's very good at that. Like, if this was a fog event, I'd probably ignore it. But, no, it's gotta be radiation. Hurry up and... yeah, okay. Load out, door. Load out. Go home, door, you're drunk. And, hey, you, buddy. Breathing heavy there. Be dead. Thank you. I will take your ammo. Stairs are hard. I can imagine that. Alright. Get rid of that so we're not just dripping toxic radiation everywhere we go, because the weird Ordo people are, I'm pretty sure, kind of insane. I mean, they are definitely religious kooks, if nothing else. Alright, we're gonna come down around here. Hey, it's a fishing spot. And that's that our fishing gear. I thought that was Carbuncle for a moment. Alright. We've got more stuff and loot and things here. And one of those things to take out. The... just forgot what they're called. Pests.
Live or die, man. Live or die. Die. Wrong answer.
Alright, I think for right now, I'm going to put our hazard crate... what? No, put it here. And turn it around. Boom. And these kind of like heavy, big, obnoxious items we're going to put there. Yay, razor discs. I never plan on using those. I hate the grinder gun. Have I told you I hate the grinder gun before? Because I do. Alright. Duct tape, universally needed. Computer with electronic bits that I could break down if I needed it. I don't right now. Old crates. Hard hat. Well, screws will always do us. Alright. Rubber band ball. Some kind of weird meeting room. And a Dr. Mance terminal.
Dr. Pendleton questioned the Exor's similarity to humanity's own morphology, and I referred to her to crabs. Their form has evolved independently on Earth on at least 5 separate occasions. It would seem that evolution resolves certain environmental challenges in a remarkably consistent fashion. There is, of course, another explanation for the Exor's apparent similarity to ourselves, but without the necessary data, I refuse to indulge Pendleton's penchant for unnecessary speculation.
And we have a check-in. And we also have one of these mother truckers trying to kill us. You are really running there, buddy. Come on, you can come towards me. I will hit you with this heavy crowbar. There you go. And you're dead. And bioscrap. Nothing too fancy. Alright. Is up there. And let's go to the check-in. Set to the mines. Get some money. And some money. Money is always good. They've got cots in case you need to take a nap at the check-in spot. Locked door. Which we're going to come around to that locked door here in a moment. May have to face another invisible mother trucker. Alright, we got a couple of those. We don't actually need the crate stuff so much at the moment. Like, it's good to know it's here. Got a scrap. Come on. Get in the vent. We are vent pirates, yo. Oh, get down. No, get down. And duct tape. And another hammer. We do have a hammer at base, though, so we're good on that. These guys. We do need the chains from these for a bit. So I'll grab the other bits that are with them. And hose. And this should look familiar. We were just on the other side of this locked door. That's about all that's up here. Like, it looks like there might be a chain up there. Come on. Yes, I'm being that guy. Give me the chain. 4 chains. I don't think there's anything else up there. I may check it out one of these days. But up here we have, you know, some vending machines, which, and an area we can't go to, and a portal. Now, let's open this. Dink. Medical kit, always our friend. Some rebar. A couple more coils, which we don't need so much anymore. And a portal, which jumps to somewhere in the facility. You can kind of tell based off the picture. Now, where are we? That's the question. I mean, I know where we are. We're actually back in the tutorial area. Which has since had a worse day. How do I know it's the tutorial area? Well, if you remember from the very first episode, there was a fence that I couldn't get through that I looked through. And we're right here.
Unbelievable.
And we now have a design for the Smash Pest dummy. Computer over there that we can't get to. A bunch of weird fungal stuff. And a beehive. If we had the bee suit, we could go ahead and get that there. But yeah. It doesn't let you go anywhere. You can't get through that door. It's just like, basically, it's a little Easter egg. And so you can get the pest dummy. Alright. And through here, we have an office, which has a dog frame. Some people consider that to be an Easter egg. It's one of the designer's dogs. It's a collectible. It is a unique item. But there's several unique dog photos and family photos at this point. It was a little bit more unique once upon a time. And hey, we can go through this door. We're up to the walkway. The guy was like talking to us and telling us to stomp on that. And promised us a beer. I want that beer still. He doesn't know it, but I'm going to ask for that beer. And we come back through the dimension. It's just a little side trip. Now, as a reminder, if I thought there was a secret door behind here, it might be good to check. It clearly isn't. The game will have those kind of things later. Especially when you're more comfortable with your hoard of loot. And boom, put all those in there. Add the duct tape, the screws, metal scrap, and bio scrap. And let's get going. Just should be able to sneak around here. Alright. And we're going to stop here for the moment. Well, we got another jerk face to destroy over here. I don't need to use the bathroom, do I? Nope, not at all. Another one of these guys. Hey, powdered crystal this time. Yeah, we've already done most of the looting over here. Oh, there's a coil. Don't really care about that. So we wanted chains, so we were running around looking for chains for a little bit. Ooh, medkit. I'll take it. Some screws. And we are at the base of this truck here. And we have flow control module. Yeah, things we gotta fix. We get to run around and be Isaac for a moment. Oh yeah, that's the other stairs down from there, which lead to up over here. So, yeah, that's always a wonderful thing.
It's kind of like when you're in Maine, Stephen King, it happens.
Stephen King does happen in Maine. I'm back, everybody. Again, as previously stated, I'm dealing with some stuff in the background. This has taken a lot longer to record than I expected. Alright.
You haven't been mauled by a bear yet.
I have not been mauled by a bear. I've been mauled by symphonists. I've been mauled by people with guns. Alright.
Noted. Maul Drew.
Please don't maul me. That sounds like it would be uncomfortable. Alright.
Probably. Especially because for me to maul you, I'd have to usually go get a maul.
So we're taking the path up here because this is our end goal right up here. And this is not going to be tall enough for me to get around there. Anyway. But yeah, there's, you know, some stairs you can take up here instead of taking the mining path. Oh, I should make sure that, like, my mic is still functioning. Going to here. Burp, burp, burp. Nope, nope, nope. That didn't let me out. Come on, let me out. Yay, mic is still working. Anyway. Yeah, and then this area up here is a closed-off mine area that is going to be very important for us to explore in a little bit. But I'll run around. Yeah, okay. There's nothing up here right now. It's full of those stealth critters. I do not feel like dealing with that at the moment. But yeah, we have what looks to be a train station kind of looking thing or something. Tram access, okay. Requires a tram station key. We have an area over here with lots of devices. And we have a door to hack. Ba-dee. People being on fire. Let's put over everything we can, and then that will be...
Read the mission.
Which plane?
Space Marine 2.
Ah.
Operations. Which are the technically online multiplayer ones.
Gotcha. Alright. Little office up here, another little Dr. Mance.
Private note. After several months of inquiry, I have finally acquired information about our looking.
Oh.
Worse than imagined. A certain amount of attention to our research is inevitable. But thankfully, the organizations that are in a position to know precisely what our research entails are few and rare.
Few and rare.
Reputation, however, is of a different order. If their attention is a harbinger of greater ambitions, I believe we have a problem.
Alright. So it looks like they knew the Order was planning on doing something. We have a gigantic piece of machinery here. And hopeful music. Someone has set up barricades. Hey, convenient. Bathrooms this way. I don't think I need to use the bathroom right now. I may eat out of my soup, though. Alright. And... yeah, not a whole lot of loot right here. Bum-ba-dum. Hey, look. The bathroom they spoke of. I don't need to do that yet. Some pipes. We don't need pipes. Some more stairs up. Another broken forklift. Alright. This seems like a happy place. Or the game's lulling into a false sense of security. It's always a possibility. It's not. Let me show you the kind of early warning system you could have if you came here. Look at that. There's NPCs in this room. Frick! They're with the research division. Don't shoot. Neither of you is holding a gun. Like, dude, rude. Hi, Douglas.
Talk to Frank, okay?
Safe. You can come up.
Yeah, it's more of if you kind of come around that way, they start talking to you while you're down there.
I don't know how you've made it this far. Those savages have blocked every exit. They even
I'm
collapsed
talented.
the surface tunnel. But remember what happened in '85 when the kinetics team overloaded the synchrotron? They triggered a singularity that carved a hole clean through to the next sector. We could do
I
it
wasn't
again
working
right
here
now,
then, lady.
if these damn quakes hadn't broken the electron pumps. So I sent my team to the blacksmith. He can make the parts to fix the pumps. We'll make our own exit. All my people need to do is follow the pipes. Red, yellow, green. They'll find their way to the pumps they need to fix. It's been hours since they left, but they'll be back. I'm sure of it.
All right. Well, we've got a new thing here. Yeah. Head engineer. Freak. Yeah, your people got waylaid. There's a lady who was you know, chilling underneath. Ooh, duct tape. Some stuff. Another dude is just trying to watch the nuclear core to make sure it doesn't, or the nuclear waste to make sure it doesn't get too bad. Yeah, your team's busy, lady. We have our first gate security crate. Well, not our first, but it's another one randomly. And come up here, turn the light on, because, again, I can't see Jack Diddley. Alright. We got another Dr. Mance. We'll look at the email while he chitter-chatters in the background.
A thought occurred to me about its relation to the other two, and indeed all the entities we have encountered in Antiverse 2. At best, the implications are
Delayak.
concerning. In the most extreme reading,
Apparently they can get an image of it.
it will have to wait.
Those who know what the Delayak is, they know what the Delayak is. And I'm just gonna go, ah. Hopefully they shuddered in the background because fucking Delayak. Alright. So there was a part that needed fixed here. What we have here is... this is the way to where we go. We got two pipes here. Come on down here to the synchrotron, which is a part of their particle accelerator. It has 3 pipes that lead from it, and I just fell into a pit. Fortunately not a, you know, impossibly large pit. Alright, let me make sure there's no enemies around down here. Nope, okay. But yeah, there's the pipes there that kind of go up. And they each go to something that needs fixed. We've already come across the red and the green while we were here. One is at the synchrotron itself. The other one was that middle of that area that we crossed with the cart instead of going up the mine. And the last one, the yellow one, goes all the way back to the radioactive area. So, yeah. I'm almost out of light on that, so let's move on to my gun. Reload it while I'm at it. Let's at least finish walking around this area. Let me go grab my cart. Which is now our shortcut back to this area. Is through here. Like down there is that crossroads area that we made sure to make safe and clear. Alright, dump everything I can in here. We're still pretty heavy. I grabbed everything. I didn't... okay, that was me being dumb. Plenty of that happens. And we are not sudden. I was like, why am I so over encumbered? Alright. Use the cart. Will I be able to maneuver around these things? Kind of. It worked. Alright. Yeah, the light on these things does next to nothing. I really wish it was a brighter light. Like, spotlight lights would be perfect, but at least flashlight light. Alright. So she wants to overload the synchrotron to get to other areas of the base that may have elevators. Here, exit vehicle. Other exits. Specifically, she wants to get over here to the lab. Alright. But, yeah, and then the synchrotron itself, which is the core of the black hole generator that she wants to use. AKA, it's a particle accelerator. Definitely an enemy running around somewhere. I hear the Ordo making their noise. Boop. And let's go up. Be sneaky. Alright. There's a fair amount of loot here. There is a charging station, which I will use real quick. But first, while that charges, there's a dude up here. Oh, he saw me. Shot to the head. You know he's dead. You know, a lot of games, 2 to the head, you know he's dead. He's dead, but I'm gonna harvest his body. Look at that. We know he's dead. We have found his skull. Grab the random coil. Won't be able to bring up the thingamajigger to up here. Where is the entrance? There it is. Okay. And that gave us enough time to charge up our headlamp. Boom. Which I need to equip before I can use. Look at that. Okay. We now have you.
Preliminary note on IS-091. At this point, details are inconclusive.
Alright, we're going to let him jibber-jabber in the background.
Team to Indonesia to gather field data, with a view to bringing in a trans-recon unit.
Trans-recon.
Gatekeeper support for capture. Should it come to that.
Remember that door that I said led to Synchrotron? Boom. We have just found it. As I said many times in the past, this entire base is a huge honeycomb that, as you unlock stuff, that's the wrong part. You really do gain access to more and more and more stuff that leads back in and out to the point of where getting between one place of the base to another is not much of an issue. We have soil, which I don't think we need, but I'll grab anyway. Steel cable. In fact, we'll probably need it for our next base, but meh. We've got some supplies. We have a sledgehammer. I don't think we found a sledgehammer yet, so boom. Nothing else at the end of that shipping crate. Got another bathroom here. Use the turlet. Porta potty. Yeah, they could probably use some actual turlets up here too. Alright. And a lot of good supplies here. More wood than we'll ever need. In fact, a lot of this stuff is more than we'll need, so I'm not even going to grab most of those. Basically looking for anything with chains. Yep, that's all rebar and whatnot. I can deal with that later. There's some coil up here. That is at least a trade item. And come up the elevator. And this is also going to look familiar. This is the synchrotron control. We were last here, there was a lady being like, "Psst, be careful. They're shooting everybody." Yeah, well, they're gone. Like I said, I used to think it was the same lady as the one who was hiding in the other part of the area, but I don't think it is. I think it might actually be different. Is there... I have to use this... Oh, there it is. I was standing right next to it. I am Sin. I am special. The last thing we want to do is come through here. Again. Open up this door. Then we're going to return to base. Because the next area we're going to go to... Ooh, ammo. Not going to say no to that.
Oh.
And, of course, we're tired. That's the main reason we're going back to base. Let's open this. Then open up that. Unlocking a ton of doors. And this leads to the hallway that we used to come into the maintenance area. Honeycomb activated. Not to be confused with honeycomb. Honeycomb, you want honeycomb. Which I was just about to say, I don't know what that's the actual name for that cereal was anymore. But yeah, it should be pretty obvious given the name honeycomb. Alright, well, we're pretty heavy. We're getting strength XP for it. Let's see if I can increase it into the red area. And also good to lighten the cart a little. There we go. Into the red. Get more XP. We're in the red than otherwise. Activate the platform cart. Don't think we'll get strength XP for this. Yeah, this counts as a vehicle. Because I've lightened it down a little bit. It will be moving at a more convenient speed. Yes, they did make it so that if it's heavily laden... You know what? No, I don't want to go this way. I want to go the way that is less chance of getting me in combat. Because I am pushing a frickin' pushcart.
Today's power and primary illumination in this sector will be ceasing shortly. Have a safe and successful evening.
Safe and successful. Gotcha. I'm working on it. Trying to get home. Which is right over here. I heard a pest. And this way. Nope, not that way. What am I doing? I'm getting lost. This way. And we're within... There's the fortress we cleared out last episode. And there's a dead body that was not there before. Let's be sad. Because with the modification of the rules, our base is kind of invalid, but I'm not going to change that because no one would ever have control of that. Where is my employee? Oh, I've got it equipped. I didn't have the combat equipped. Derp. Dude is still here, though, so I'm going to let it count. The blacksmith is still here. And we've still got a bunch of NPCs around us.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, blacksmith, I hear you. I'm not going to talk to you till the morning. But notice how there's no longer anybody underneath our base. I'm pretty sure that's her. She tried to get what she needed to do and get away, and it did not go well. That's my guess, anyway. We have filled this. Let's take out the hat. It's basically trash. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we could definitely do some heavy planting here. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have grabbed that soil, but meh. And then put the discs away. Boom. Make that an even 20 on the ammo. And I'm going to take the sledgehammer. It scared me. And the beret. Put it there. Yeah, let's eat some more of our soup. We did no, I've got a bunch of stuff about to spoil in the fridge, so let's eat that first. What is the most spoiled? Well, the carbuncles. I could care less about that, really. And then brains, which I could care less about. Gotcha. Let's drink up some water. We are about to have a superior water supply, which I know probably sounds a little funky.
All vacant perforations will be resetting in
Oop, I missed one. Wasn't paying any attention. Drinking my coffee.
1.
And boom.
Complete.
Alright, all the dimensions have reset. Always a good thing. Alright. Let's get you equipped. Let's charge up our stuff. Then we'll repair what we have to. Kind of annoying you can't use duct tape on the gun anymore. This means you have to have a light repair kit. Which also ironically happened right after they made it so you used to be able to have a light repair kit and it didn't expend to fix up an item. So we may be almost out of fancy repair kits. Alright, let's grab some soup. Anniversary gumbo. And with that, no, I don't even have to go to the bathroom yet. Alright. Let's go talk to the blacksmith and see what stuff he has for us here. Yeah, I know it's still technically the night. I just got to make sure that the security robot doesn't come all the way down here. Alright, the blacksmith.
Frank wants to blow a hole in the floor.
Yes.
She's too smart for her own good sometimes.
That smart's a term you could use.
I can trade you parts to fix the pumps. Sure. But there's a couple things I need first.
Price of doing business. Yeah, blacksmith is a...
with plans. I'll buzz the list to you. One
Buzz.
more thing. You're gonna have to unlock the tram station too. One of Frank's people said there's a
Tram station.
gateway in there.
Noted.
That portal leads where I think it does. Some of what's on that list is on the other side.
Okay.
I'll give you specs for a tram key. Should open the station right up.
Right up.
Most of what I need's around
Oop.
here somewhere.
Alright.
But you might need to go a little
So,
further afield. There's places that ain't on the map, if you know what I mean.
if you know what I mean.
Look around the tram station, because it's more than just a bus stop. Best of luck.
So, the game also gives you where everything is.
They ain't getting in
Oh.
here anytime soon. Gotta be careful.
Definitely need to
Okay?
build that
Cleaners
tram
are
key
gonna have
now.
enough on their hands.
We've got some things happening. There, the Mugnade.
Okay.
Having explosives is always fun and is mildly OP. And look at that, soil bags. It's almost like I grabbed the soil bags knowing that I was going to be making explosive. Tram station key. It needs a controller and military electronics probably. Yep. To make a controller. Hey, look, that computation brick we've been holding on to for ages. Is that too facetious? I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but it's a useful item to have, to be honest. I'm not psychic, I don't remember these things that well, but I was like, I'm going to need it for something over here. So I've been holding on to it for a while.
Warning. The safety rating of this sector
The safety
now
rating is absolute
-4.
poop.
Please exit this sector via
And I'll put the code there.
tunnel.
Okay,
Successful day.
our stuff's equipped. All that other stuff's going good. We got food, water. Now I can probably use the bathroom. Yeah, if you don't have to use the bathroom, wait a minute. You'll end up having to use the bathroom. And let's make one controller. Boom. Previous recipe. One tram station key. Boom. So we've got that. The only other thing we need right now is, well, we've got two things that we don't know what he needs to purchase them. But remember, I did point out that one of them just needed an optic lens. Way back when. So I need some of these wonderful coils. Where are the coils? They're in here somewhere. Coils. Okay, go to here. It's much easier to find here. Okay, let's make, I don't know, 6 of them. Technically 7 because I just accidentally made one. Alright. Got some crafting XP. Doing good. I don't remember which one is the one. Okay, that is... yeah. I'm not going to take this bad boy with me, but we're going to go up, we're going to fix the tram key, and I think the one that requires the lens, which I need to get lenses first. Pardon me. Sir, could I please buy some 7 of your wonderful optical lenses? Your finest fabrications. Murmur of agreement. Alright. I know that this one does not need the thing, so we're going to check out the 2 that we might need here. Figure out what they need. Frakes people worked really hard to make this as secure as possible. They tried. Alright, first things first. Let's open up the tram. Tram doors opening. Badonk. Alright, and that'll open up my favorite dimension. Bar none. So is this the one that needs the lens, or is this one of the ones that needs one of the fancy devices? Yeah, this is my way I normally come to get up here. It's up through here, and you need flow control module. Requires diode. Well, Shazbud. More of an inconvenience than anything else, but we'll deal. The next closest one is down in the cave, which we're still going to be adventuring here. There's 2 things left to do. There's there. And here is, yes, optical lens. Repaired. We have 1 line repaired. It's now a blue line instead of a red line. And the other area is up here. There's goop and a weird worm Yeah, it just looks unhealthy. That's because it is unhealthy. Hey there, buddy. You're dead. And hey, look, there's a carbuncle. But we have the sneak that required that it makes it our friend. Alright. Now we have some water. It's another fishing spot. Not clean water. This is another place you could, in theory, make a base. Depending on how you view your Nomad challenge if you do it. But with that, we are going to come here. You know what? No. How are my needs? My needs are pretty good. We're not going to need to return back to base for this. Oh, we can unpin the tram key. And we've got a theory on the synchronization thingy-majigger. And the train. Yes. We're looking for a diode, a fiber optic cable, and optic lens. It's one of those times where the goal actually does tell you. So, they're useful. We're going to get some things we need off the train, some other wonderful things. But first, we're going to get infinite food. Well, not infinite, just the area up here. And this is these things. Which we're going to find a lot of them here. And we get slowed down by the goop. Are not that tough. And if you play Core Keeper, you recognize them. They're the worms from Core Keeper. It's basically a crossover between the two. Oh. Alright, well, we didn't succeed at harvesting anything. But you get meat from them, just like you do in Core Keeper. And just like Core Keeper, there's just weird symbols on walls and whatnot that indicate what's going on. But with that, as usual, force save, back. A little bit of a disjointed one today, but hey, you know what? That happens. Nope, no stay. Need to walk around for a second. And then, leave game. Yes, quit. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on by. Make sure to, you know, like and subscribe and do all that stuff. I'm trying to get to 100 people, so yeah. Probably going to be streaming here shortly. So that's going to be a thing. And yeah, this is going to come out days after that particular stream. All right, everybody. As always, I suck at outros. Bye!